friends, welcome to your favorite channel Manashanti, and we are reading an awesome book. Name is What the Buddha Taught, written by Walpola Rahula. Let's start. The Buddha was realistic and objective. He says with regard to life and the enjoyment of sense pleasure that one should clearly understand three things. First, attraction or enjoyment. Second, evil consequence or danger or unsatisfactoriness. And third, freedom or liberation. When you see a pleasant, charming and beautiful person, you like him or her. You are attracted. You enjoy seeing that person again and again. You derive pleasure and satisfaction from that person. This is enjoyment. It is a fact of experience, but this enjoyment is not permanent, just as that person and all his or her attraction are not permanent either. When the situation changes, when you cannot see that person, when you are deprived of this enjoyment, you become sad. You may become unreasonable and unbalanced. You may even behave foolishly. This is the evil, unsatisfactory and dangerous side of the picture. This too is a fact of experience. Now, if you have no attachment to the person, if you are completely detached, that is freedom, liberation. These three things are true with regard to all enjoyment in life. From this, it is evident that it is no question of pessimism or optimism, but that we must take account of the pleasure of life, as well as of its pain or sorrows, and also of freedom from them, in order to understand life completely and objectively. Only then is true liberation possible. Regarding this question, the Buddha says, O bhikkhus, if any recluses or Brahmans do not understand objectively in this way that the enjoyment of sense pleasure is enjoyment, that their unsatisfactoriness is unsatisfactoriness, that liberation from them is liberation, then it is not possible that they themselves will certainly understand the desire for sense pleasures completely, or that they will be able to instruct another person to that end, or that person following their instruction will completely understand the desire for sense pleasure. But, O bhikkhus, if any recluses or Brahmans understand objectively in this way that the enjoyment of sense pleasure is enjoyment, that their unsatisfactoriness is unsatisfactoriness, that liberation from them is liberation, then it is possible that they themselves will certainly understand the desire for sense pleasure completely, and that they will be able to instruct another person to that end, and that person following their instruction will completely understand the desire for sense pleasure The conception of dukkha may be viewed from three aspects. First, dukkha as ordinary suffering. Second, dukkha as produced by change. And third, dukkha as conditioned states. All kind of suffering in life like birth, old age, sickness, death, association with unpleasant person and condition, separation from beloved one and pleasant condition, not getting what one desire, grief, lamentation, distress, all such form of physical and mental suffering, which are universally accepted as suffering or pain, are included in dukkha as ordinary suffering. A happy feeling, a happy condition in life is not permanent, not everlasting. It changes sooner or later. When it changes, it produces pain, suffering, unhappiness. This vicissitude is included in dukkha as suffering produced by change. It is easy to understand the two forms of suffering mentioned above. No one will dispute them. This aspect of the first noble truth is more popularly known because it is easy to understand. It is common experience in our daily life. But the third form of dukkha as conditioned state means samkhara dukkha is the most important philosophical aspect of the first noble truth, and it requires some analytical explanation of what we consider as a being, as an individual, or as I. What we call a being or an individual or I, according to Buddhist philosophy, is only a combination of ever-changing physical and mental forces and energies, which may be divided into 5 groups or aggregates. The Buddha says, in short, these 5 agreements of attachment are dukkha. Elsewhere, he distinctly defined dukkha as the 5 aggregates. O bhikkhus, what is dukkha? It should be said that it is the 5 aggregate of attachment. Here it should be clearly understood that dukkha and the 5 aggregate are not 2 different things. The 5 aggregate themselves are dukkha. We will understand this point better when we have some notion of the 5 aggregates which constitute the so-called being. Now, what are these 5? Friends, we'll stop reading today here. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.